Hey, what's going on, guys? Saiyan here, back with another video on the channel, and today is going to be the Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 67 review. This is the last chapter of Dragon Ball Super, the Moro arc, so let's get into it. The title reads, Happy Endings and Then. Of course, written by Akira Toriyama and art by Toyotaro. So it starts off with Goku and everybody still in the battlefield like they were previously with no sign of Moro. As everybody runs to Goku's aid, Krillin, Yamcha, Gohan, Chaozu, Tien, as Krillin shouts, "You did it," with Yamcha also screaming, "Goku." Krillin lunges in for a hug, saying, "You're the best." And then Yamcha says, "That was a real nail-biter." With Gohan, Tien, and Chaozu looking on, Gohan says, "Glad you're still with us, Dad." And Piccolo and Vegeta look on, with Piccolo giving a glad smirk, giving us the impression that everything's going to be fine now, and Vegeta with a more serious look, probably a bit sour from the fact that he didn't get to kill Moro. But I guess nonetheless he's mad about something else, or he's questioning something else. With Dende saying Moro is completely gone, and everybody on the lookout rejoicing, saying he won, Goku won. And even on Master Roshi, he goes on to say, well, it's finally over. We then switch scenes to Planet Yardrat, where Paibara and the others go on to scream that he won as well, with Paibara saying, "Well fought indeed, Vegeta and Goku." And the Galactic Patrolman that led Vegeta to Yardrat goes on to say, "Great, I can finally leave." Vegeta touches down on the ground, saying, "Kakarot." With Goku turning around, Vegeta asks him, "Care to tell us where that final massive burst of power came from?" With Goku turning his head around, he says, "Oh yeah? I'm not actually too sure myself. Guess there's still someone else amazing here on Earth." So Goku actually has no idea who Oob is. He doesn't actually know, which could come as a problem later on, because if Goku doesn't know, and then that could result in Goku not actually teaching Oob or whatnot. But let's move on. "Don't give me that," says Vegeta, as he continues on by saying, "Surely you know who they are. Tell me now, Kakarot." "I think we'll find out in due time, probably." With Goku still giving the impression that he has no idea, Vegeta shrugs this off. But speaking of, Oob is actually with the Daikaio still, with the Daikaio thanking him, saying, "Thank you. You are the savior of the universe." Oob knees down, saying, "I still don't have a clue. What are you talking about?" And the Daikaio gives him a smirk. "Who are you anyway, mister? Think of me as your kin, I suppose," which goes on to say that he's talking about a relative. Haha, no way, we don't look alike at all. With the Daikaio then bouncing up into the air, flying, saying farewell. As he teleports out of there, Oob's eyes widen, thinking he flew away and went poof? Was all of that just a dream? As Oob's left there wondering, the Daikaio then teleports up to Kami's lookout. Dende and everybody notices this, with Dende going on to say, "Great Lord of Lords," as he bows down. "It's an honor to meet you. Thank you for working to save our planet." As the Daikaio then switches back to Boo, Saiyan shouts, "Boo!" "Hi, Hercule," replies Boo, as he then says, "Welcome home, buddy. Thank goodness you're safe." As Boo questions, "Huh? I was always here, just sleeping. But now, I'm really hungry." So Boo actually has no idea what all just happened. Apparently when he was a Daikaio, he has no memory of any of that at all. As Popo goes on to continue saying he has no memory of his time as the Great Lord of Lords, confirming what we just said. So Boo has no idea who Oob is, Goku doesn't know who Oob is, Vegeta's questioning who Oob is, so they have no idea who Oob is. Except for Dende, who does know, but I'm not sure he's going to feel the need to mention it. As Saiyan then continues, "There's no better time than now for a homecoming feast. I'll have my chef whip up a whole smorgasbord. Hooray! And you're all welcome to join us as well." As we then get to see everybody who helped in the fight, Bulma and all the Z fighters, they all rejoice as everybody then switches over to the garden at Hercule's house. We see Goku's family eating up, with Goku having his vest on now instead of the normal traditional gi. Satan and even Pan is there. Gohan is looking on, with Trunks and Goten being angry that they weren't invited to, participate in the fight and whatnot. Krillin, 18, and Marin are there. Even the humans, including Yamcha, Tien, Puar, and Chaozu. The Pilaf gang, Turtle, and Roshi are even there, with everybody from the lookout, and even Vegeta's family. Goku then says his final goodbyes, with Eska with him, as Eska says goodbye to everybody. They're all happy to see him go. Well, they're actually not happy to see him go, but they're happy he was there to help them. And then Goku teleports Eska to planet Namek. After saying his goodbyes, Eska returned to planet Namek. The power of the resurrected Dragon Balls restored the planets caught in Moro's wake, and revived the beings who's been killed. Even planet Zune was restored. And so the universe was back to the way it was, except for a certain angel trainee. What does this mean by that? We'll just find out in just a minute. Several days later, we see a ship flying through, with Vegeta, Goku, Jocko, Boo, and the Galactic Patrolman being aboard, with Goku questioning, what's all this about some celery? Got any meat inside? I said ceremony. They're honoring us with medals for being the crew that showed Moro who's boss. Doesn't sound like my kind of thing, replies Goku. You idiot, shouts Moro. You idiot, shouts Jocko. There's no greater honor. Medals are the mark of the true elite. Oh, so how many do you have, Jocko? This will be my first, he responds. As the ship then gets closer to the Galactic Patrol headquarters, we get to see inside a Galactic Patrolman playing the trumpet, with multiple of them playing in a band, I guess, or so. And they're honored at the ceremony, with the Galactic King and a few other people being there honoring the others. As the Galactic King places medals on all of them, everybody claps, with him saying, well done indeed, one and all. He says, Goku, thank you for slaying Moro. No problem. You're grabbing my junk on purpose, aren't you? That's funny. Actually really got a laugh out of that. But let's ignore that. And now, to name the honorees. Son Goku, Majin Buu, Vegeta the Fourth, and Jocko. As Jocko sluggishly says, that's me. With Goku saying, psst, why's your name so long? Why does it matter? I didn't actually read his last name because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Let's try. Tiramenten Piboshi, I guess. I have no idea. And then he goes on to continue saying, and finally, there's somebody else, questions Goku? With the patrolman saying Miris, now known as Miris Ikanoichiya Boshi. What the hell are with these names? But with Goku looking on, he says, huh? And then suddenly somebody sweeps around from behind the Galactic Patrolman. With Goku looking on even further, he says, right here. As Goku says, he looks extremely shocked with his eyes widening, almost going blank, with Vegeta and Goku being shocked at the fact that it's Miris. Goku shouting, Miris, it's really you! Goku, Vegeta, I'm so glad to see you again. How are you alive? Questions Vegeta. Didn't you cease to exist? Yes, I did cease to exist, he replies. As an angel, that is. With Goku and Vegeta being confused at what this means, we get to see a few days later, with Beerus and Whis bowing, and Beerus sweating the hell out of himself. They're bowing to the Grand Priest, who says, you two should have some idea of why you've been summoned. Yeah, says Beerus, but I had nothing to do with this mess. This was Whis' doing. And yes, we all know it was actually Whis' problem. I certainly did not expect Miris to violate our angel laws. Alas, I was wrong to place him under your care, says the Grand Priest. My deepest apologies, replies Whis. With the Grand Priest looking on, with a serious look on his face, he continues, ordinarily, it is the fate of law-breaking angels to vanish from existence. Forever. That said, I personally eradicated Miris temporarily before resurrecting him as immortal. What? Questioned Beerus. He now has a lifespan and his angel powers are gone. There was simply no other way to save him. So I'm confused at why Grand Priest saved him, but Miris is restored, but he doesn't have any of his angel powers and he's actually going to die as he ages now. And Whis says, what moved you to such mercy? Actually, it was this one who came to me, willing to sacrifice his own life to save Miris. As the person comes into view, it's Shin. It's Shin. He almost gave his life to save Miris, but for some reason he's still alive. As Shin continues, thank you for reconsidering the matter. Kaioshin, when did you get here? It was all I could do, I'm afraid. How dare you put our lives on the chopping block? You and I are two sides of the same coin, remember? With Whis looking on, Grand Priest continues. In any case, for your involvement in this trouble, I will have to impose a penalty on the three of you. Huh? What kind of penalty? As Beerus continues to hold Shin, we see the two Zeno guards taking a vacation and in a hot tub. But we then cut back to the Grand Priest's palace with Zeno riding Beerus screaming, go! Go faster! And future Zeno riding Shin. As Beerus then falls down to the ground, Whis is holding the clock. As he continues, Horsey Beerus, 121.39 jigs. Horsey Kaioshin, 134.04 jigs. I don't know what jigs are, but I'm guessing it means second. You have to gallop faster. Yes, sir, as you wish, says Beerus. With the Grand Priest continuing, I've been meaning to give their two attendants some time off, so this is perfect. Damn it, this is all Goku's fault, Beerus mummers. Miris only broke the dumb law because of him. With Beerus shouting at Whis, saying, Whis, what's Goku up to right now? Goku, Well, my. He appears to be partying it up with Beerus and then the others at the Galactic Patrol HQ. You're kidding me? As Beerus is continued to be pulled by Zeno, we can see Goku and Beerus rejoicing with Jaco and Vegeta as well, and everybody else at the Galactic Patrol. As they are about to get their picture taken, Goku and Beerus smile as the Galactic Patrol arc then finally comes to an end, and the rest, with Zeno still beating the hell out of Goku, as he shouts faster and faster, with Beerus continuing, "You'll pay for this, Son Goku." But the narration continues. With that, Goku and his friends' time in the Galactic Patrol was over. Peace returned to the universe, as we then cut back to the Galactic Patrol ship, with Jaco yawning, saying, "Phew, man, just another peaceful day in the universe." As another guard questions, "Jaco, shouldn't you be out of the patrol?" With Jaco leaning back, he questions, "Yeah, just got back from that. So far, the rest of my shift, I'm on Cyber Patrol duty." Cyber Patrol looks like an auction site to me. I've got some business at the Galactic Prison. You've clearly got time on your hands, so you're coming with me. But you see, the thing is, I'm about to head out on patrol again. You just said you were finished. So they cut back to the Galactic Prison, where multiple prisoners are shown being in their cages. With Jaco and the other Galactic Patrolmen flying by, somebody questions, "Hey boys, it's been a while. How's it going?" "Lots of peace and quiet." "No thanks to you," says Jaco. "Is that so?" she questions. "You're sure you don't want to play with us again?" "As if you're never busting out ever again." "I've got a question for you guys," as the Galactic Patrolman steps up to Yumba. "My squad's radar detected something resembling a faint distress signal from the crater left by Moore's explosion. Got any idea what that means?" "Couldn't tell you," says Yumba. "You know what he's talking about, Quieter?" "Well, after an explosion that size, it could have just been general interference. Hey, forget that crap. Tell them to up my rations. They're barely feeding me anything in here." "Sorry, but your food portions are predetermined. We can't change that." "Then just let me out of here. I want to eat till I'm stuffed. You punks are never seeing the outside of this lockup as long as you live. Just be grateful you didn't get the death penalty." "Why I oughta. Hey Galactic Patrol guys, you haven't forgotten that you killed our pals. It was Moro who did that. Your grudge is misplaced. And Moro literally ate 7-3. I said killed. You can't kill what ain't alive. Destroyed then. I don't see what difference it makes." As we then cut back to Earth, we see the crater that Moro was landing in. We get a closer look inside of it, as something is creeping inside of it. There's some sort of parts of somebody. With cutting back to the Galactic Patrol ship, somebody says, 7-3 was just another thing we stole. He was empty at first, but as time went on, we filled him with data and turned him into a powerhouse. All that hard work's gone now. He's that dangerous, huh? I'm glad he got obliterated. But that might not be the truth, as we see some pieces of something scrolling around, hopping down the rock formation that Moro was destroyed in. With us cutting back to the Galactic Patrol prison, Yumba questions, "Did you make sure he got trashed for good?" "Make sure? There was nothing left of him, just like Moro. So why waste our time?" "You mean, you're not sure?" As we then cut back to the crater once more, the parasite of some sort moves down to 7-3's head, and yes, he is alive. It attaches itself to 7-3 as his eye then begins to glow. His body is coming back to life of some sort. As the Galactic Patrolman then says, "Ridiculous. 7-3 is gone. Quite being sore losers. If you can't answer my question, then this conversation is over. We're leaving, Jaco. Think hard on your crimes, Kay." As the Galactic Patrolman then says, "You did examine the inside of the crater, right?" "What?" "Sure did, from above at a glance. Then we better do a thorough check, just in case." As they then see them going back to Earth, to the crater, the Galactic Patrolman says, "Well, anything?" "Nope, nada." With Jaco using his rocket boots to fly in and up, he says, "No trace of Moro or 7-3 down there. See, like I said, I checked. Well, this distress signal, I stopped. I guess it really was just interference. Calamus, since we came all the way to Earth, want to snack on some cheese?" "What is this cheese?" But from a distance, two other people are holding 7-3's head in a container. As you get a closer look at it, 7-3 seems to be regenerating and very much alive. It's delicious. You also gotta try this beverage called milk. Okay, I'm intrigued. So they're gonna go and try out some Earth cuisine. But the two aliens, I suppose, are running with 7-3's head in their hands as they run further and further and enter their ship. As the ship takes in orbit, it flies off. We then see Jaco and the other Galactic Patrolman, who I'm still not sure what his name is. They're collecting milk and cheese, of course. Okay, got my souvenirs, so let's head back. Do you buy that much cheese and milk every visit? But we then cut back to them flying in the air. I can get it online, but then it's like 3 times as pricey, so... that explains your Cyber Patrol. A few months later, In a far-flung corner of the universe, far from Earth, another ship floats. Master Goichi, another alien, says, similar to what the people who collected 7-3 were. This Master Goichi seems to be their leader. He then continues, saying, the data has been copied into all other units. Good, good. Well done. All should now have equivalent capabilities. Excellent. We never expected OG-73I to be powered up to this extent. A pleasant payoff for our efforts. All seemed lost when Sagambo and his goons stole that one, but it seems that luck is on our side. Indeed, and now most of those rotten bandits are gone. The time has come for us to rule this universe. And for some reason, Sagambo stole OG-73. So OG-73 is somebody, and these guys are trying to, you know, get him back and rule the universe. But from a distance, another ship approaches this. As we see some hands flying at another ship, it stops, and it goes on to question, it's that ship, right, Oatmeal? Somebody then says, correct, Granolah, but do be careful because there could be many on board. So the person in the ship is Granolah. As he uses some sort of scouter to detect how many lifeforms are inside, Granolah says, gotcha, prepare to provide support. Roger that, says Oatmeal. As Granolah then approaches the ship, 3 other guys inside the ship notice what's happening. What was that? We've been boarded by an intruder. What? Send the guards! As 4 people then pull up with their guns, they start firing at the intruder, Granolah. Granolah then pulls out his own blaster, shooting at them, taking them all down so easily. As more guards show up, they say, not so fast. But Granolah pulls out his blaster once more, shooting all of them, killing them easily. As he cuffs back his blaster, it's safe in his pack now. With Granolah walking through the ship, another guard goes on to say, the intruder isn't stopping. Damn it. Activate the OG soldiers. All of them. With Granolah walking through, we see the OG soldiers. As their pods begin to open up, we see more and more. But we don't get to see their faces just yet. They're finally here. Those, I see. As it's an army! A whole platoon of 7 frickin' 3s. But these aren't the OG versions, of course. But Granolah goes on to question, so which one's the target? Run a scan, Oatmeal. Currently scanning. As another 7-3 rushes at Granolah, somebody goes on to say, that's OG-72I, not the one we want. But Granolah puts out his fingers and easily kills him with a blast from his finger aiming for the head. So he knows where 7-3's weak spot is. As he makes contact with the gemstone, it breaks, killing OG-72I. As more 7-3s approach Granolah, he goes on to, you know, fire at them because apparently none of them are the OG-73. The Oatmeal character says OG-20, OG-Wee, OG-31, OG-51. So Granolah has no need for them. Oatmeal says the target is not here, so he kills every single one of them with no problem. There are more within. This way. As Granolah runs into 2 more 7-3s, he kills them both as well with the same 2 blast finger attack. And he breaks the command chip that leads him into the door. As his mouth widens, he goes on to make eye contact with a bunch of other OG-73 soldiers and then another person in the very back. As Granolah makes contact, he says, there, in the middle. With his eyes widening, Granolah gives an evil smirk saying that is OG-73. And next chapter hits January 20th. So the next chapter is actually going to be a new arc. It's not actually going to be, you know, the continuation of the Moro arc. So yeah, I'm very excited to follow up with this chapter because I think this is one of their better chapters, wrapping up and leading into another enemy. I really do like Granolah a lot. So far, you can already tell he's extremely powerful because he's able to kill all these 7-3s with literally 2 fingers. So yeah, a lot has happened in this chapter, but this video has gone on decently long. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.